Hi, hello, namaskara. In today's session, we continue with the chapter number 3, that is current electricity. In that, we are going through the concept of Wheatstone bridge. Actually, this speaks of about some circuits. It speaks of about some circuit, and we must be very clear when can I use this Wheatstone bridge concept. That is, whenever I want to calculate the unknown resistor. Whenever I want to calculate the unknown resistor, then I can go for Wheatstone bridge. Similarly, if any given network resembles the Wheatstone bridge, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ ವೀಟ್ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಇತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾರ್ದೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಅಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದೊಳಗಡೆ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ವೀಟ್ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಮ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಫಾರ್ ದ elimination of some resistor, I will move forward now Wheatstone bridge. Okay, now before getting into the circuitry of the Wheatstone bridge and to get the derivation for the unknown resistor, we have to go through one electrical apparatus. That one is a galvanometer. Okay, let us do that now. Okay, how it works, generally in the 10th class we have gone through it. That is, we are having a meter. Okay, that is, here we are having a zero number, similar here 10, 20, and somewhere here we are having a 30. Okay, similarly on the left side also we are having a 10, 20. Similarly at the other side we are having a 30, right? Okay, and here you are having a pointer. Here we are having a pointer. Okay, this one called as a zero deflection. This one is called as a zero deflection. And remember, this there are totally 10 divisions between each number. Means if I count these complete numbers, there are 30 divisions on the right side, similarly 30 divisions on the left side. Okay, this is how we are having a galvanometer. What is the work of the galvanometer? If I think of it, it detects the current. Remember, be clear in your mind, it only detects the current, it never measures the current. Okay, ammeter measures the current. And if you remember, the ammeters means meter, if we are having a pointer here. Okay, let us say this one is a pointer. Here we are having the number of this form, that is starting from 0, that is let us say 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. Here you can easily read it. Here you can easily read it. That is, if it is coming somewhere here, it is 3. If it is coming here, it is 0.2, like that I can explain now, right? Therefore, in the ammeter we are having correct exactly numbers, okay, from one side to other side. But here we are having 0 to 30 at the left side, similarly 0 to 30 at the other side. You are always measuring this one in terms of divisions. You are measuring always in terms of what now here? Divisions. If more division deflection I am getting, then I can say current will be more. But I cannot tell what is the magnitude of that current. If the deflection is very less, then I can say current is what now? Low. I can't tell what is the magnitude of that very low current. Understanding? This is how we can understand the galvanometer. With this note, let us try to draw the Wheatstone network. Okay, actually Wheatstone bridge an arrangement of 4 resistors in the form of bridge. Okay, if I start to draw it, okay, we'll first note down some 4 points. Okay, this is how we are having a Wheatstone bridge. Okay, it's not that much good. Okay, these are the 4 resistors connected in the form of bridge. Okay, I'll name them as here A, B, C, D. I'll name it as here A, here it is B, and here it will be C, and here it will be D. Okay, Between end A and C, between end A and C, I'll connect a cell. I'll connect a cell. Okay, this is how we are having a network. Let us say that is having letters V or otherwise E. I'm taking E, and for this given scenario, I'm taking here internal resistance is equal to 0. And between B and D, I am connecting a galvanometer. I'm connecting a galvanometer. Okay, now remember, this network will give us a unknown resistance at a certain condition, that is balanced condition. That is at what now? Balanced condition. How can I get that balanced condition? Let us try to understand that. Okay, before I will write some resistance values here, we are naming this one as R1, this one as R2, this one as R2, this one as R3, this one as R4. Otherwise you can remember like this one: odd numbers at the bottom, even numbers at the top, even numbers at the top. This is how we can understand now. Generally we are adjusting the resistance of R3 as a standard resistor. We are taking here resistor R3 as a standard resistor. Okay, what do you mean by the standard resistor? At the place of R3, we are replacing a resistance box. We are placing a resistance box. Resistance box, in that we are having exactly certain value of plug keys. That is, if I am removing some 2 ohm from it, it is applying a 2 ohm resistance in the network. If I am removing 100 ohm from it, then it is exactly applying a 100 ohm in the network. That type of resistance box I am placing at the place of R3. Similarly, whose resistance I want to know, that will be connected at the place of resistance R4. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋನ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, R4 ಇರೋ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ unknown resistor we have to place at the R4. Okay, now I told you how to get that R4 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಹೌದು, that is by adjusting the R4, in such a way that the galvanometer shows us a zero deflection. ಹೌದು, R4 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, we have to get the galvanometer current as 0. ಹೌದು, ಗ್ಯಾಲ್ವನೋಮೀಟರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ 0 ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ಏನಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ at B and potential at D will be become what now here, equal. ಅಂದ್ರೆ potential difference between B and D equal ಆಯ್ತಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ potential difference ಕಂಡು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ across BD I can say potential difference is 0. If potential difference is 0 in between, then I can automatically say there is no current, therefore galvanometer shows the zero deflection. This condition we are calling it as a balanced condition. ಈ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? Balanced condition, for which galvanometer shows us a zero deflection. At this condition only I can find out what is the unknown resistance R4. Understanding? This is the necessary condition. Okay, with this note, let us try to derive it now. For that I have to take the help of Kirchhoff's voltage and the Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, now uh yes, I'll rub this part now. Okay, you can note down. Okay, because you need some space for the derivation. Okay, now we'll put some current direction here. Okay, we'll put some current direction. Now this cell gives out the current of I. Okay, and it will split as I1 and I2 across R1 and R2. Okay, therefore here it is having a current of I1, here it is having a current of I2, here it is having a current of I2. Clear? Now moment I start that battery, the current will be splitting as I1 and I2. Similarly, that current also passes through what now here? Galvanometer. That also passes through the galvanometer, and it is having a value I subscript small g. Now, the current I2 comes at this junction and IG leaves this junction, right? At the same time, through the R4 also we are having a current that is of magnitude I4, we can say, that is of I4, and across R3 we are having a current of I3. Okay, this is the scenario. Okay, now with this information we have to solve the answer for resistance R4. Okay, I'll repeat. We are having a current and of value I. It will be split into I1, I2 across R1 and R2, and across I galvanometer it is having a IG. Similarly, across R4 and I3 we are having a current I4 and I3. Now our aim is to find out the unknown resistance R4. Therefore, I told you we have to adjust the resistance value of unknown resistor in such a way that the galvanometer shows the zero deflection. At that time only I can derive this equation. Therefore, I will take that here Ig is equal to 0. Okay, Ig is equal to 0. Okay, with this note, I can start to derive now. Okay, another point you can remember, whenever this Ig becomes 0, from the idea of the KCL, from the idea of Kirchhoff's current law, I can write another information: current at the junction B. Okay, current at the junction B, I can write it in this way: I1 is equal to I4. Can I write it here? I1 is equal to I4. Sorry, I2 is equal to I4, because here I2 current is moving towards the junction B. Similarly, I4 current is leaving the junction from the law of Kirchhoff's current law. Similarly, at the junction D, I1 current is moving towards the junction D. Similarly, I3 is the current which is leaving the junction. Okay, these are the points I can gather with this information. Now we have to derive it now. Therefore, I will consider the loop now. Writing the loop equation. For the sake of convenience, I am taking here the loop as A, B, D and A. A, B, D, A. Okay. Now, initial alphabet and the final alphabet must be same as I told before. Okay, starting with the A to B. When I move from A to B, my direction and current directions are same. Therefore, sign will be what now? Negative. Sign will be negative. Therefore, I can write it here: current of I2, resistance of R2. Similarly, when I move from B to D, I am moving through the galvanometer of resistance G. We are taking that resistance as G and having a current of I. Therefore, again I can write the negative sign. Therefore, Ig into G, I can write it here. Ig into G. Thereafter, we are moving from D to A to complete the network. ಹೌದಾ? ಈಗ D to A ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು D to A, ಬಟ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು A ದಿಂದ D ಗೆ. Therefore, I can make it, it's a positive sign. Therefore, I1 into R1 is equal to how much now? 0. But there is one special condition. We are solving all this information at which condition? Balanced condition ಅಂತಂದಾಗ current value ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Galvanometer 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, Ig is equal to 0. Wherever you are having Ig, multiply with what now? 0 with the G, right? On substituting Ig at the place of Ig as a 0, that term will vanishes off. Therefore, we will get the answer as here minus of I2 R2, minus of I2 R2. Okay, this will vanishes off. I left with only plus of I1 into R1, plus of I1 into R1 is equal to again 0. On solving this one, that is I1 R1 is equal to, I can say here I2 R2, I2 R2. Okay, then again solve this one, that is I1 divided by I2, I1 divided by I2. Take the ratio for it. Therefore, the answer coming out to be it is R2 divided by R1, R2 divided by R1. Okay, now similarly write the loop equation for the other one, that is writing the loop equation for the other one. We are taking here, it's a B C D B, B C D B. Again, initial letter and the final letter must be same. When I move from B to C, my direction and current directions are same. Therefore, sign will be negative. Sign will be negative. It is of minus of I4 into R4. I4 into R4. Thereafter, when I move from C to D, my direction and current directions are opposite. Therefore, sign will be positive. Sign will be positive. That is of how much value here? I3 into R3. I2 into, sorry, I3 into R3. Thereafter, when I move from D to A, that will complete our loop. But current is moving from A to D. But as per our loop, I am moving from D to B. Therefore, both are in the opposite direction. Therefore, sign will be positive here. Okay. Therefore, I can write it here IG into G. Okay, that completes our loop, make it equal to 0. But there is again special condition. This is all done at the balanced condition. We are also terming it as balanced Wheatstone network. Okay, that IG is equal to 0. IG is equal to 0 ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, that is this term again vanishes off. ಈ term ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, vanish ಆಗಿ we are left with these terms, that is minus of I4 into R4 plus of I2 plus R3. I2 plus R3. Sorry, it's I3 into R3 is equal to 0. Now, again solve this one. That is I4 R4 plus of I3 R3. Okay, we'll drop that. Okay, therefore, on bringing this I4 R4 on the RHS, we will get the answer as what here? This one, right? I3 into R3. But from the idea of KCL, what it tells here is the answer. At the place of I2, I can replace with the I4, right? Therefore, I can write it here from the idea of KCL, I4 is equal to I2, right? Similarly, I3 is equal to what can I write? It is equal to I1. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, I4 ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತ, ಅದು I2 ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ತದ. I2 into R4 ಆಗ್ತದ is equal to I3 ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತ, that will be becoming now I1 into R3. ಹೌದಾ? ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಇದನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ. Okay, now therefore the equation turns out to be now I1 divided by I2. I1 divided by I2 is equal to ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, that is coming out to be R4 divided by R3. R4 divided by R3. Now if I take this as equation 1 and if I take this as equation 2, okay, you can put other numbers also for the other equation, but I'm considering point of interest. If you check both the equation 1 and 2 on the LHS, we are having I1 by I2. Therefore we can conclude by comparing 1 and 2, by comparing equation 1 and 2, we can conclude here, R2 divided by R1 is equal to R4 divided by R3. R4 divided by R3. This is how we can solve the equation. As I told you, which is unknown here? R4 is unknown. Therefore, you can write this equation in the form of R4. R4 is equal to R2 divided by R1. R2 divided by R1 into what can I write here? R3. Means we had to write this equation for the R4 in the form of known resistance value of R1, R2, R3. And actually this is the final answer for our derivation also. This one is, it's the final solution for our derivation. Okay. And this equation also written in the different forms and different alphabet, but idea is everything is same. That is, in some book they are giving it as P by Q is equal to R by S. That's also right. There is no difference in that. Okay, you can also take instead of positions of R1, R2, R3, R4 with the PQRS. That's also right. Okay, therefore while deriving the equation you have to follow these steps. First you have to draw the proper circuit diagram, and you have to mention the what now, current will be 0 when the potential across B and D is equal to 0. Thereafter you have to start for the loop equation, then write the KCL, then get the solution. Understanding? Okay, now on the basis of this one we are having a small problem. Now let us go through that. I will help you to solve that only for the loop equation. Other things I'll go it briefly. Okay, let's do that now. Okay, here they have given the problem, that is 4 resistors. They have given how many resistors here? 4 resistors. 4 resistors of Wheatstone bridge that are connected in the arms of it. The 4 arms of the Wheatstone bridge have the following wait huh, have the following resistances here. Okay, that they have given in this network here: 100 ohm, 10 ohm, 5 ohm and the 60 ohm. Next he is asking, by using this network, the galvanometer of 15 ohm resistance is connected across the BD. Calculate the current through the galvanometer when potential difference of 10 volt is maintained across AC. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಹೌದು, ಹಾಗಿತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇನು, ಈ ಗ್ಯಾಲ್ವನೋಮೀಟರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈಸ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಲ್ವನೋಮೀಟರ್ current. Okay, again the idea is same. Apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, now I'll briefly tell you the loop equation. That is, look, it's short. Let's see. Yes, I'll write the loop equation now. That is, yes. Okay, I'll write the loop equation from A, B, again to the D, after D to the A. Okay, when I move from A, B, D, A, that is here we can see, that is current direction and my directions are same. Therefore I can take it as here. We'll make it lighter. Let us see. It's not working. Let's see. Okay, therefore minus of 100, right? Minus of 100 I1. Thereafter when I move from B to D, again write the loop equation, that is minus of 15 into IG. Thereafter again move through the loop, that is D to A, but here my direction and current directions are opposite, therefore sign will be what now? Again positive. Sign will be positive. It will be coming out to be what is now? I2 into 60. Okay, otherwise you can write it as 60 into I2. You can write it as 60 into I2 is equal to how much now? 0. Is equal to what now? 0. Okay, now multiply by negative sign for this equation. Multiply by negative sign ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು 100 of I1 ಹೌದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಫ್ 15 Ig minus of 60 I2. Okay, now check out the equation. You can check this equation again. Here also we are having the same answer, 100 I1 plus 15 Ig minus 60 I2. Similarly we have to go for the other loop also, that is BCDB. ಹೌದು, ಈಗ BCDB ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕೂಡ ಏನಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, that is it also contains the resistance values also. Okay, ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಹೌದು, ಹಿಂದಿನ ಸೆಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಅವನು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಲೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ನಮಗೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಮಗೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ, ಅವನು IG ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿರಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಪ್ಯೂರ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ IG ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, we have to check for the loop which contains the IG ಇರುವಂತಹ ಲೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. IG ಆ ಲೂಪ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಲೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೆಗ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ IG ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ ಕೂಡ ಏನಿದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ IG ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ದ BCDB ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೂಪ್, ಅಗೇನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ IG. ಹೌದು, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ IG ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ BCDB ಲೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಚೆಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಅನದರ್ ಲೂಪ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ADCA ಲೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ IG. therefore there is another loop we are getting. ಹೌದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ? 3 ಲೂಪ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. Okay, here we can see that. Now, right? Here is the one loop equation. Wait, here we are having one loop equation. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಲೂಪ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಲೂಪ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್, ಟೋಟಲಿ 3 ಲೂಪ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಅದರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ solution like this one. Okay, on solution we will get the answer. What is the exactly value for the galvanometer current? It is of 4.87. it is already given in the text. Okay, it's the mathematical calculation, therefore try to do on your own. Okay, it's only simultaneous equation. It's one of the example on the idea of Wheatstone bridge. There are many problems in the textbook. Try to solve this one. If I show you, yes, here there are some of the problems we are getting here, right? Okay, this is one problem. I think this one we had tried it, we have written the loop equation for that. Okay, like that many problems we are having, try to do it. Okay, in the next session we try to go through the idea of meter bridge. Okay, that is a means application part of Wheatstone bridge. That apparatus will work on the principle of Wheatstone bridge. Okay, we'll go through that one in the next session. Okay, thank you.